I like about him is that he creates obstacles. When you have a hero like DP, her damage comes from being near enemy, alright? So the way to solve that is running away from her, but Clockwork can be that hero to stop the enemy from moving. Just by putting down the cogs or hookshotting in, he can make it difficult to get away from the real damage source.
This is quite the brave Invoker pick, actually.
It is. It's ballsy.
Yeah, so a Wex Invoker does really enjoy playing with high-tempo heroes like SB and Grimstroke because he can run around the map and get kills, potentially with his Vessel, but all three of these heroes do really well in killing him. He's a slow hero, he doesn't have much armor, so Death Prophet can shred through him, and Clock can get on top of him. So I think Coolguys do have to pick a save hero here, or they've drafted themselves once more into another bad position.
Yeah, it's curious what hero they want to go for, though. I wouldn't really want to see a hero along the line of Oracle or Dazzle in their draft as well. So when it comes to saves, maybe something along the line of an Abaddon could work. But it's...
Or maybe they just don't go for saves at all and just try to outmaneuver them. But I really don't like the idea of that. I feel like this Invoker looks... He's not in the best position here.
Oh, how does this fit with the soup then this time around?
So this is a core Spirit Breaker. They've pretty much guaranteed it at this point. Disruptor is another hero who, similarly to last game when he was silencing that puck and succeeded in catching him out a few times, he can do the same to Queen of Pain. But again, it feels like another reaction.
Yeah, Coolguys draft, it's the two supports together and how well they work together, that's the question. But it does have some usefulness, glimpsing back a DP or glimpsing away the Queen of Pain.
Double glimpse.
Yeah. Double glimpse. That's a play. That's a play that rarely happens, but
when it does, though, it looks
it
cool.
would look sick. Both back into the same kinetic field. Oh my goodness! If he does that, play of the day.
God.
So Wraith King coming in here, even into an Invoker who could be a Quaswex Invoker with a mana burn. This is giving very little respect to Invoker existing and just chonking up their own lineup.
To be fair, I wouldn't be worried about Invoker either if I had these first three heroes and Sun Invoker come down, right? But we want to be surprised. We want to see it do well. Like, if they're picking this hero, they are confident in their ability to play it well.
Yeah.
So Wraith King here is actually playing against low cooldown heroes, which typically you don't pick Wraith King against. But the thing that's nice about Wraith King is he's a carry who can also kind of play that blink stun position. So you have this offlane DP and this mid Queen of Pain. You kind of need your carry and your offlaner to be able to just lock people in place, go in first, be that kind of chaos, right? So Wraith King does fit that bill very nicely. He also comes online early if he goes for Blink, Armlet, Deso, things like that. And they can pretty much run Coolguys over again the same way they did last game, if they hit their timings.
They could. I think I'm thinking to myself why I'm so much in favor of Tundra's draft here as opposed to Coolguys already. And I think the reasoning is this, that Coolguys, look at their tower damage currently. Like, look at it. How are they going to push? How are they going to pressure? They have to kill everything to be able to push down towers. It's so demanding. And this comes to ease of execution again. Whereas Tundra's drafts, I mean, they have DP, they have Wraith King with his skeletons. That's already a substantial amount of push just from two heroes.
I mean, I think Clock can play a great game here. With the exception of Glimpse, these heroes are going to struggle. Like, this Clock can just set up whatever he wants and be so chaotic in these team fights.
Does Medusa solve any problems for Coolguys that were looming?
I like it a bit here because it's quite strong against DP in a way, since half her HP is basically her mana pool. So Spirit Siphon is not super strong against her. Also, you have just the ability to stand in the center of the fight here, and I think it fits quite well, but on the other hand, it can be hard to move around those obstacles that I was talking about with Clockwork. Medusa is a very low mobility hero, and they have nothing to enable it. Sometimes you see Medusa picked with a Vengeful or something to swap or reposition. Here, they really need to catch the enemy and lock them down for the Medusa.
I typically just don't like these low mobility, slow moving heroes that take time to come online if they're playing against heroes like Clock and DP, especially DP. I feel like if DP plays a great game here, they should get every objective so early on. And just like last game, it seems like Coolguys are playing for the late game, the same way that they did with PA. So the question is, are they going to be able to hold? And even though we haven't seen Tundra's last pick, from where I'm sitting, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to hold at all.
Ooh, a Brewmaster.
That is an old
So here, you solve Medusa, actually. You just throw her up in
Yeah.
the air for 7 seconds, you kill the rest of the team, and that's out of the way. This is a nice pick.
It's a very old counter to Medusa. Anytime you see Medusa, like years and years back, Brewmaster always used to be an option, and 33 plays a good Brewmaster.
Absolutely, and Medusa hates to build BKB. That's not one of the
Yeah.
items that she likes to add to her repertoire, right? She wants her Manta, she wants her Scotty, she wants her stat items.
And you have no option, because if you don't buy one, you're going to be in that Cyclone, and then you're going to go up again. You're going to fly up and down.
And outside of that, they don't really have stuns. They have the silence coming out of Grimstroke and Disruptor, but if they don't burst this brew, he is going to get the split off. He can play a great game here. I'm super fond of Tundra's draft.
Yeah,
It's very good.
again, I feel I'm very hyped for Tundra. I think this is a hard draft to win for Coolguys. Yeah, it's
Harder
looking
than
grim.
the previous one.
Not harder, but it's not necessarily better.
I think both are hard.
Oi. Well, a dire picture once again coming out for Coolguys. I really hope that we can see them make a bigger stand than what we did in the previous game. And we're going to find out how it's going to get played out. We're live with ODPixel and Jenkins.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, game 2 between Tundra and Coolguys. Jenkins, what do you make of this one? It was a hard game 1 for Coolguys. Do you see anything here with the picks that might bode to give them a bit of a better chance this time around?
Well, it's definitely a good Medusa game in the late game, barring the Brewmaster. Like, I think Medusa does really well against Wraith King. It's almost impossible to kill her. You just don't have the damage. You're this physical, lumbering, slow guy that just runs into her Stone Gaze. However, that's why Tundra picked the Brew.
Yeah.
I feel like they have a lot of really good synergy in the rest of their draft too. Clockwork plus Death Prophet is one of my absolute favorite combos in the game because not only do they complement each other really well in terms of the fights and locking people down for the Death Prophet, also Clockwork makes up for basically everything Death Prophet is missing, and it works the other way too. It's like it's one of the strongest combos in the game, so I really like the Tundra draft.
All right, well, let's see if Tundra can pull out the 2-0. It certainly looked very good for them in game 1. And it's only been looking on the up and up for them through the whole season, really. Let's see if Coolguys have it in them to trip them up here in game 2.
Yeah, where are the admins at? You should really make a rule. It's like in boxing when, you know, one of the guys doesn't
But what will they do?
fist the other guy. That's phrasing. Admins, please tell them to tell us GLHF.
What?
I think Tundra might play with their enemies muted.
I think they do. A lot of teams do nowadays.
Yeah, so they don't.
A lot of teams
chat
do.
wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fada checking for a ward. Actually, a 5 Death Prophet.
Yeah, I mean, Fada, you know, he plays it all. He plays it all in the support position. We saw how good his 5 Jara was last game. What's sort of the potential of the Death Prophet in this position?
I think it's a great 5. I mean, Spirit Siphon, level 1, it's extremely high damage for an 80 mana cost ability. Maybe the cooldown's a little long, 36 seconds. But then also, you get level 6, all of a sudden you're this hero with absolutely no net worth, with huge impact. You can take towers, do a ton of damage. Great against Spirit Breaker too as a 5.
Yeah. And we'll be able to step up and get that bounty rune away. And Funnick, of course, with a level 1 bash, he's not going to have any charge to escape this. So he's looking pretty dead. They want to give it over to Skeeter. Won't be the case. Fada is the one to take it. And nonetheless, first blood here for Tundra.
And 4 bounty runes as
Ow,
well.
ooh, that hurts.
Yeah.
It doesn't get worse than that to start,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that
for Coolguys. That hurts. 4 bounties and a first blood for Tundra.
1k gold lead at 30 seconds is rough.
That's, Oh, that's
Spirit Siphon up again. Funnick. Unfortunately, those stats kind of work against you here.
That's
High
true.
HP, more damage from DP.
Fada treading very well into the Spirit Breaker with that Siphon. I mean, overall, what you would imagine this is going to be a pretty easy lane for Skeeter to farm in, or?
I think so. I mean, there's kill threat between
Yeah.
Omar and Funnick at level 3 for sure. Let's see. Yeah, they can maybe get a kill, but it'll probably be on Fata if anything. I don't see you killing a Wraith King super easily if Fata and Skeeter are playing together, but they could split up. Pulls happening. It can happen.
And we'll see mid. So far, 9 having the lead here in this matchup. And I mean, how does sort of the Quazworks Invoker play into the Quap in the lane? Is he able to slow down 9's farm, or is Quap just going to have a free time here?
I don't think so. You know, it used to be one of those matchups where the Invoker was actually considered a counter to Queen of Pain because you would spam the dagger and Invoker would regen with the Quas Orbs, but not anymore. Queen of Pain just farms as a hero, and against Invoker, you're perfectly comfortable farming. You can very easily blink out of the EMP Tornado, so I think it's actually something I've seen go more the way of Queen of Pains.
Oh, hang on here. I mean, yeah, we're seeing that on this one. There's a Noob will live, but only just. 9 heavy with the harassment and pushing him in, of course, has the bottle and the power ins to take, so 9 will be able to keep himself sustained in the lane and really keep that pressure on to Noob here early.
Yeah, there's some weird lane shenanigans going on down here in this bot lane. 33 just trying to stay in XP range. 2 heroes.
He's got Clap again. Can he kill TNZ?
He's going for it.
He is going for it. I won't quite be able to do so, though. Coolguys, they will take him down. Top lane. Funnick also able to step back in time. Fada, has he got anything else? He's got a Crypt Swarm in a second. And that'll do it. Fada takes him down.
I will eat it. I will eat it.
Huh. Yeah, that's not what you like to see. Kind of looking like a repeat of last game in that safe lane. Fada getting very huge. Snake King is down here. He's only doing partial pulls of the creep wave, which is resulting in killing a bunch of creeps. He was looking to just pull the range creep there so he could trade range for range.
Yeah.
But on the previous one, he also pulled 3 creeps. So it lets one through, but it means that he gets to potentially deny on the next wave. So just playing the bot lane to go 50-50. 2 melee heroes, that makes sense.
Yeah, and we are seeing Funnick. He's definitely having a hard time laning against the support DP.
Now the good news for Funnick, though, is that he's on one of the few heroes that can just go back to Fountain for free TP. I mean, 100 gold, I suppose it costs. Charge back the lane. So he should be relatively fine, although he's getting pressured so hard he doesn't have TP. And more laning bullshit going on down here. Tundra really does not want to play this lane normally. I mean, boy.
I mean, we see Funnick trying to charge it on Fada, but once the Siphon gets going, it's hard. Over in the mid, that's... All right, it must have been some nice moves there from Noob. He was having a bit of a tough one laning against 9, but by the looks of it, getting the solo kill. Snakey's come over, but he's got nothing he can do against Noob underneath the tower, so Noob's going to be fine. But yeah, a huge kill for Noob to find solo there in that mid matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see how that happened. I would imagine that maybe
must have been a battle to the death, or
yeah, 9 like overplayed his hand, I would imagine, because he was pressuring super hard when we saw him earlier, right? So I think he's just trying to pressure super hard and maybe take a few tower shots, bad trades, you know, overextend and die. That's a nice double wave for 33. He's stoked about that. Thinking just stacking. Without Flare, you are not going to be able to double stack that as a melee hero. Yeah, Noob's looking...
yeah, he's
solid here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure was put on from 9 in this lane, but yeah, Noob is dealing with it very well. He'll be able to take that water rune as well away from 9.
I guess 9 didn't realize the water rune was still there. Otherwise, I think he would have gone up and taken that. Will he go for it?
And they've got a charge coming in. And 9 is 6 with Sonic Wave, and Noob is a little low. The cold snap. 9, he has to back off. Down bottom, Tundra, looking for Thug. They might just get him. Has he got any escape here, Thug? He's out of stick charges, and we'll be able to juke them quite nicely here. Snaking from 33, not able to stay on top of Thug, as Thug, he'll make his way back to safety around the tree line. In fact, with the kinetic field down, trapping Snake King, he's going to turn his attention over towards the clock to try and get the kill. Snake King with the cogs is able to hide himself in the corner, TP out. So.
All right, bunch of nice jukes from both sides, actually. Yeah, that tree line, I guess, is just a little too OP with the juke spots. You go in there and you're just missing.
Well, she has a smoke, actually, from Fada. So I'm going to come over to this top half, take away maybe the bounty. Let's just get the vision down for now. They are making moves onto Skeeter. Skeeter will need Fada to come over and help out. It's funny, Omar, can they bring him down? He's rather low, but he has that Helm of Iron Will, so already got that early tankiness. And yeah, Fada already just forcing back the Grimstroke, even getting the kill on his own there. Funny has to charge across the two of them to stop the chase onto the Grim. Will need Tundra to turn their efforts over towards Funnick instead. They won't get the kill, at least for now. And Coolguys, they're thinking of going back in onto Fada. They don't have enough burst though. They cannot kill Fada right now. As Omar, this time around he'll die. They trap him in. Skeeter slams him down with a crit. They get the kill. And of course, whilst we were having that party up top that was going on, bottom lane, Thug taken down as well in the side lane. So if they can get 33. He's low on the mana, so no Primal Split to save him. And doesn't look like he's going to have any TP backup either, so Noob and DNZ should be able to handle this. That's
not going to work. Unfortunate.
Nice try.
Yeah, that's a nice little log to juke around there. But, you know, didn't end up working out. That was a dire situation.
Thug's very low mid. That's a Sonic Wave. Thug, he's done for. A little bit risky there. I guess he felt safe around his tier 2 with the tier 1 still up, but Tundra
he just
happily able to dive there.
Yeah, that's twice in a row for him. I mean, that is not what you want from Medusa.
And these stacks, Tundra spotted it out. They know these stacks are here. Have they got anyone that they could bring over to take these before the Thug Medusa cleans them up?
It's got to be 9,
yep.
I think. It really has to be 9. It costs a lot of mana, though, and he's not looking that great. He's claritying up, so... I like this, Noob placing his own ward there, not just leaving it to the, you know, supports who
I mean, this is going to hurt, right? Taking this away from a Medusa that's already struggling.
Yeah, they're just 3-manning it. Even with the skeletons coming over, those, like, unironically are helpful for tanking here. Yeah, this is rough. This is supposed to be the recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they can get the Ancients.
No, they'll have to let them those be.
Yeah, only a 2-stack, though. It's nothing huge.
It's early days, though, and already the struggles of Coolguys, that's certainly showing. Down 4K. And just 9 minutes in. And yeah, Skeeter's farm just on quite another level to that Thug's been able to achieve in this early game. Bottom lane, 33. They've got him with the silence. He'll get the kill. But there's no way out for this man.
How did he get a Meteor Hammer off on Brewmaster? I'm actually confused. Did he just do it from trees? What's the combo? I mean, I do like it, though. The Tidehunter or Brewmaster, like, these are 2 heroes that I think the Meteor Hammer is underrated on in a lot of games.
I'll say it here.
Okay. Oh, he does just do it from trees. What a sneaky devil.
I mean, you don't expect this, do you?
No, you really don't.
You don't expect it there. So DNZ was caught by surprise.
And then it procs the Brewmaster W as well, so it's actually a ton of damage. Yeah. I really like Meteor Hammer on this hero, though. It makes a lot of sense because people just run away from you when you show up to towers, so you take the towers.
Thug. He needs help. TPs are coming in. Thug, can he make his way out of this one? They've burnt through his mana. They'll burn through his life as well. Thug to fall. Coolguys, can they get anything in return? Good setup into the EMP. Onto 9. 9. Has he got any escape? Static Storm will trap him. They'll get 9 in return. 33 turns around, ready to set up the hammer. Little off the timing, though. Tries to do it with that last toss-up into the air from the back of his ultimate. But doesn't quite land the timing, and now he himself may be in trouble. Funnick's got the charge in. 4 heroes beaten down onto the Brew. Coolguys, they'll make Tundra pay for that aggressive move onto their Medusa.
Yeah, good counter rotation from Coolguys. Like, this looks similar to what Tundra was doing last game with the Spirit Breaker. It's like, you want to come fight us, we can 100% re-engage on you, but we know that we have this charge, you get all this vision, it gives you this information to re-engage and get some sort of trade instead of just letting your carry die for nothing. So really good from Coolguys.
Oh, snaking in with the hook shot, push back onto Funnick. Jump through with the Sonic Wave onto the 3 of them, not quite enough burst to get the kill. Funnick goes in with the charge, but the glimpse actually, if anything, saving 9 as it takes 9 away from the action. Now Coolguys, they've got to back off. The rest of Tundra, not really easy targets to get. Skeeter slams down DNZ there with a big old crit. Tundra, they've surrounded Thug, push back on the cogs as Thugs burst through. Silence out perfectly onto the three of them there from Vada as Tundra, they're just diving in onto Coolguys, past the tier 1, getting the kills. Vada will die for this one. But Tundra, more than happy with the fight that they're able to take there. We're seeing Skeeter, of course, confident on being able to show up. Very, very farmed right now. 2k ahead of anybody on the side of Coolguys. This Wraith King's massive, just 12 minutes in. Set up with the Static Storm and the MP, on to 33. Tundra, they stick around maybe a little too long. Nine's looking at the chance to poke back in on this is Omar. He is incredibly low. Skeeter finishes him off with the Ray Fire Blast, snaking under the tower. They'll kill him off. Tundra, they're losing heroes as they do kind of try to stick around this tier 1 push, as low as it is as well. They can look to take it away from them, and they do. Noob gets the tower tonight.
Yeah, Tundra kind of seems like they're trying to speedrun this game a little bit, where they're diving tier 2 with Death Prophet ulti, tanking the tier 2 tower shots. They've got the Meteor Hammer on Brew, and Noob is just like, okay, I'll take some free kills.
Oh, here we go. And diving in. Looking for Fighter under the tower. They'll be able to burst it. 9 jumps over to the side, does have a DD rune available for this. Noob turns, trying to hold back 33, but he's already in with the Primal Split. Hook shot forward, straight onto Noob. They lock down the Invoker, Funnick as well. 33 with a follow-up control onto DNZ. Tundra, this time it's their turn to punish Coolguys for the attempted push onto the tier 1 tower, as they should get the 3 of them on. DNZ, he's going to tick down to the Eterna's Shadows. Yeah, he's looking pretty dead indeed. As DNZ will fall, the 3 of them going down. And of course, Tundra in classic style, also picking up a further kill behind the enemy tier 2. As 9 and Skeeter diving, take out Omar.
Yep, Skeeter is kind of just able to one-shot both of these supports on Coolguys. Disruptor, Grimstroke, both kind of 5-position type heroes. When you fall behind, it's not looking good. Clockwork also can solo kill basically every hero on Coolguys other than Medusa, well, in the late game. But at this point, yeah, Thug is having a really rough time. Like, this is not what we were seeing from him in the previous game, where he was actually, kind of the top of his team in terms of net worth and performance. You could even argue. That's tough, man. Those deaths really hurt him. It's like, and both of them chain into another death.
33. And we're seeing them do a very good job of catching and killing this brute. The Static Storm and EMP combo being enough to make sure that there never is a chance for him to get the ult off. Tundra, they're happy to fight. Skeeter's charging in. It hasn't quite got the Blink Dagger delivered. It's on its way over, but he doesn't need it right now. Steps in, sets up onto DNZ for snaking to get the kills. 9, beautiful Sonic Wave there, pushing back the 3 of them. As Omar, he won't be able to escape. Funnick and Noob do turn to take down 9, and they'll be able to do so. Skeeter's rolling in with a Ray Fire Blast, and the hard hits onto Noob, but he's out with the Ghost Walk. Noob escapes, and Funnick, he's got the damage to take out Snaking. Quick charge to knock back Skeeter, and Funnick's away. Tundra won't try and jump back in for him. So again, Coolguys getting a trade in return there for Tundra, trying to chase them down, and a big kill as well there, taking out 9.
Yeah, finally, space for Thug. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing here, is that he's not the one that's going down. He actually gets some space. That was a 4v5 there from Coolguys, and they actually pick up a bunch of kills. So, yeah, you're stoked.
Tundra, they're trying to go for Funnick, but it was a bit of a bait. Noob and Omar ready with the counterplay. They've burnt the mana. They've taken him down. Skeeter, he'll fall. Fighter as well, also to be caught as he's trapped in the field. Coolguys, they're catching Tundra off guard there. Yeah, Tundra, they felt it was free to go for the kill, to go for the jump on Funnick. That wasn't the case to be. And that hurts massively. Tundra, they had a confident, consistent lead, but throwing away your carry like that, an incredibly farm carry as well, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, that's the big deal there. Is like, once again, you look at the other side of the map, Thug is just hitting creeps.
Yeah.
And, Skeeter, like, the trade-off was that he was running around and killing heroes and he was top net worth, but yeah, now it's like you dive like that, you're feeding all of that net worth and XP back into the enemy team while the enemy carry is just farming. The equivalent trade is not happening on the other side, so...
That was a risky play, and it did not pay off for Tundra. If they make another sort of move like that, suddenly the net worth's going to be pretty much even between Thug and Skeeter. So they've got to be careful, Tundra, and I wouldn't expect to see them try for that sort of ballsy play again for at least a fair bit of time. At least not in the way that was done. I don't think they had any sort of vision around that area as well when they went for it. So they were kind of feeling themselves a little too much there, Tundra.
Yeah, similar stuff that we saw happening in that mid-tier 2 tower dive where it does look like they're kind of trying to speed run and they're being very greedy, which is something that Tundra tends to do, even when they're playing against the higher tier teams. If they can go for something, they will. If they can try to farm a lane that maybe another team wouldn't by doing some crazy lane cut, they probably will. It's just the nature of their players. Like they're really crazy. But Coolguys is doing an amazing job at punishing it. Noob in particular, his performance has been fantastic.
Yeah, very nice this game.
He's 100% carrying them, and now he's got this Midas, so he can accelerate.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? With these drafts, one of the strengths of Coolguys being if Thug and Noob can get to the later portions, right? This Medusa, buffed up and having the team fight controlled around her by an Invoker, it's going to be pretty difficult for Tundra to deal with if the game gets to the later portions.
Yeah, definitely. Thought going down again. It's a 5, there's nothing you can do about that. Definitely worth it too, get that Exorcism out of the game. We have not seen him use that other than this mid lane tower push. He's just been dying in every fight. Same with 33, we haven't seen the Primal split in like 5 minutes. They've just been getting picked off.
I mean, yeah, Coolguys are starting to style on the Noob in particular. Bottom lane snaking. And it's going to be set up upon by Funnick. Trying to take some ward control back in their favor, but he's not going to be able to do so. Coolguys, they'll kill him out of their jungle.
Yeah, super nice ward. It's one of the ones you can play. It's very unlikely to get dewarded because it's right by both of those, or away from the high ground wards. So it's like the last place supports look to deward. And when you have a Spirit Breaker, you show an award for just a fraction of a second, and that guy charges you. Feels so bad to deward against him.
Yeah, and a Spirit Breaker with the Shadow Blade done now. Good timing here, Funnick. He's going to go for this move top. Tundra, they do have the whole team up here, so this could be a messy fight for Coolguys. We'll see if Coolguys can get anything out of this, Thug. He's been caught out to the side, pushed back into the combo of 33. He's not going to stand a chance there at all. Tundra, they'll swiftly kill off the Medusa. And the rest of Coolguys, of course, backing out before they got stuck in. Funnick keeps his distance.
You could kind of see what Coolguys were going for up there. They were looking to converge on this Medusa, who's now got the Manta and is very tanky, and finally take this tier 1 tower top. But Tundra, they just predict it. They just realize that Coolguys is not quite there yet, and that the Medusa is out of position. They were right. Funnick canceled the charge. Disruptor was behind the tower, waiting for some sort of play. So it was kind of a Medusa isolated, even though there were relatively close teammates. Like, they weren't close enough.
Obviously, Noob, he's going to be even more at the ready to make those moves around the map. Boots of travel on the way out. Over on the side of Tundra, after that bit of a misstep bottom, Skeeter's focused back on his farm, has the Deso. Mid lane, set up straight away onto 9. They have the combo to take him down before he can do anything at all. That's 9 gone. I've also got the catch on at 33. The vision's there for the glimpse back. Static Storm, Coolguys. 2 kills in the mid. That should be the tier 1 here as well. See if Tundra can hold. And they've got the 3 of them. Does Skeeter want to get involved? He's sticking down to the bottom half, continuing to farm. Looks like he's not too interested in being a part of this defense whilst they're down both 9 and 33. They may just have to let this go. Oh, okay, say that. Skeeter is going to try to get in. Hook shot as well. The force out, they're going to be able to get Noob back to safety. Noob's away from the attempt. DNC goes down. But Noob, he'll turn, drop the meatball. Tundra still trying to chase, but Thug's around to back him up. Great charge across from the side there from Funnick. Straight over to Fada, who's out with the Ghost. but he's out for good as he falls. Skeeter tries to jump in, but he doesn't find the lockdown onto Noob as Noob's into the Ghost Walk. He's going over towards Omar. Can he quite get the Grim? He can't. They take down Skeeter the once. Round 2, Skeeter's ready to go. 9 jumps in with a final bit of burst. Skeeter, he actually goes back in as they get the glimpse in into the field. They drag him back. DNC leaving no chance for Skeeter to escape as the Wraith King goes down a second time in that fight. Bashes are there from Funnick, setting up on a snaking. Sunstrike perfectly on target. As Coolguys there, I mean, they're certainly making Tundra feel the heat right now. This tier 1 going down in the mid. Tundra, they may still have that slight gold lead, but it's not growing. And these fights that are occurring where Thug's surviving, he's catching back up. Second in the net worth, still behind Skeeter. But there's no doubt about it. Coolguys, they're making this game to a hell of a lot harder than game 1 was.
Yeah, that was just such a clutch force staff from Clockwork, or from Omar. I think this initiation from Clockwork in Fada was, like, this was a really good initiation. You almost get the Invoker, who's just been a thorn in their side for the entire game. But with the force staff out, even Omar, he survives this, which lets him turn on Funnick, and then they can kill Fada, because Funnick is...
And look at this, Skeeter, so close to maybe getting the grab there onto Noob. Instant invis.
Omar even surviving this for a little bit longer with the force staff onto the low ground, which means that 9 has to blink on him and kill him. And so he's not up on that high ground with Skeeter. He could ult, he has ult, you could see him winding it up there. But because he had to go to the low ground for against Omar, just such nice force staffs. And also, I think Funnick looks really good on Spirit Breaker. He's...
Yeah, he's kind of hero.
It's like, there's just certain players that just fit certain heroes so well when you see them play. It's like, you just know they're in the zone. He's just mode cow, and it looks great. Every charge, so annoying. Beautiful aerial shot through the river.
And I was just this game as well, for, I mean, other than sort of the Clockwork, it's not very easy for Tundra's heroes to do much about a charging Spirit Breaker, right?
No. And I also think that he is, I mean, especially with the net worth that he has and the, having a Shadow Blade, there's not much that can stop him.
Yeah, he's just straight over them all, every fight.
I mean, you can even get out of the cogs pretty easily. I mean, especially if you have a Shadow Blade and a Clockwork. It's one of those things where, like, with an advantage, Clockwork can look really good against Spirit Breaker, but at a disadvantage, it's not. It just doesn't look as good. It really doesn't. But yeah, the charges every fight, like setting up for the Static Storm or the Ink Swell. It's like Brewmaster, he just gets hit by this Invis charge, and then the follow-up, there's just so much silence for him. He can't get the ult off, doesn't have a BKB, doesn't have any way to deal with the silence. Queen of Pain, also, same thing, nothing to deal with the silence. He was building into Sanj and Kaya on Queen of Pain, but now he's opting to, instead of building this Ogre Axe into the Sanj, he's just going straight for the BKB.
Yeah.
So I think they absolutely need it. So he can maybe get charged then, and then deal with the follow-up of the Cold Snap, Disruptor ulti, Grimstroke. The thing is, though, like, you're getting to a point where Thug is actually coming online, and all of a sudden, you're going to have this Scotty Medusa with Stone Gaze. The BKB's not as...
On bottom, 33. We'll manage to get the split off in time. They're not quite able to keep him completely locked down there around the Cold Snap setup.
Not how you want to use your Brewmaster ult, but I suppose it's a lot better than, going down there. Almost has the Ags, though. 900 gold away. So he will have a second split coming up fairly soon. Finally, Coolguys is looking to take this top tower. The gold lead looks, 1K in favor of Tundra, obviously, but a lot of that is this tower being alive and Tundra being able to farm this jungle area because of the tower being alive.
Tundra's smoking up to try and catch Thug, but Coolguys are smoked behind the Medusa. And Tundra, we're seeing the Forge Spirits. They know that it's very likely that Coolguys are here in full force, and they're not going to throw lives away trying to hold this tower. They know it's gone.
Okay, now the map is officially even in a game that looked pretty good for Coolguys, despite the map not being even. Although, BKB, Queen of Pain, this is a timing. It's not so easy to kill her anymore. You're going to need to chain lockdown with the Spirit Breaker Ink Swell now on the Queen of Pain, because I don't think Disruptor ulti is going to be enough. You need all of your stuns for her.
Oh, we have another Force Staff being closed upon by DNZ. So both him and Omar have excellent ways to bail out their cause.
It's a very good Force Staff game. It's like, when you see a Clockwork, I think you always want to go Force Staff first as a support. But also, when you think about how Brewmaster plays and how Death Prophet plays, like both of these heroes just drop their ults, and if you just run away from them, that's how you play the game. You disengage.
And they're funny.
Are they really going for this?
No.
No.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
he is. He's going with the ult. I mean, Thug's got a Skadi. He's stepping up. They will lose Funnick under the towers. We're going to see Tundra very much take this fight as Coolguys dive in. Thug, he'll stand his ground though. With Stone Gaze, he's able to take out Fada. Ninth jumps in. Taking a heavy damage there from the Medusa. Skeeter's trying to make a run towards the supports, the backlines, but Omar's able to force Staff away. Thug has kind of been left alone though, as Thug will die. And as much as we've been talking up Funnick, I think that time round he had to put the brakes on.
That was insane. Yeah, I know. He might have disconnected or something.
That one definitely hurt. I mean, we saw the hesitation. He charges in. It's like, okay, he's just having a tickle, and then he's like, nah, I'm going in.
Let's
with the
go.
ult.
Yeah.
And that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. There, they lose Thug.
Yeah.
And they will lose Roche as well, unless Noob can come over and do some magical moves.
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do so. They can't have a poke at this Roche. Tundra, they'll be able to get it. As it's still close, but that definitely, that turn of events, it could cost Coolguys in the long run.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, if you do that same play in a side lane, it's so much farther away from objectives. In mid, you just run down mid. It's the shortest lane. You can take a tower. It's right next to Roche. You can take Roche. You do that in a side lane. By the time that Tundra gets to Roche, your Spirit Breaker, your heroes might be alive by then. Okay, Snake Kings. Giving them a freebie mid. So it's really unfortunate to make that mistake in the mid lane of all lanes, because it's a guaranteed objective for the enemy team. So very ballsy of Funnick there. But, you know, he's a Space Cow, so I'd rather my Space Cow be overly ballsy.
Because most of the time it's been working out
Most of the time it's been working. Yeah. And I would, if that's the trade-off, I would rather have an overly aggressive Space Cow than a very defensive one, for sure. Not to, of course, excuse the feed, the relentless feed, but it happens.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, Tundra. I mean, they're obviously going to feel themselves that the game is very close right now. What are they sort of aiming to achieve with this Aegis now, 9? You know, what can they get done during this time?
Tier 2 would probably be nice. It's getting to the point where you can probably take that. It's unlikely you're going to be able to high ground into these Coolguys heroes. It'll probably be another Roshan before we see that happening, unless there's some sort of like feed in front of base from Coolguys. But I think if you're Tundra, you're probably just okay splitting the map a little bit and just looking for pickoffs. You're not going to try to do some crazy 5-on-5 engagement. It's like a farming and pickoff Aegis.
Oh, I'm going to find Snake King, or at least try and start things off onto him, but the Sunstrike combo won't quite be there. Ghosts are out, hook shot as well. Snake King is trapped. Funnick trying to get the ult off, but Battery Assault causing a few issues in that department. As Tundra, they're even going to see if they can catch more here. Looking for Thug. And DNZ caught by the Sonic Wave, also pushing back Thug. This is not going to play out nicely at all there for Coolguys as Thug. He's also done for. Tundra, they'll take 4. They don't lose anybody. Things very sharply just shifting into Tundra's control as Coolguys, for as well as they kept it for the first 24 minutes or so, it's really starting to slip away from them.
Yeah, that was a nice call from Tundra. It looked like the way that they were trying to play the map was to just kind of like farm and, you know, take tier 2, but then they're like, okay, well, Coolguys is seeing this and they're trying to mirror us, but you're pushing into a tier 2 when we have an Aegis.
Oh, Noob. Yeah, he's got the BKB. And he's going to continue to try and commit on 33, but he hasn't quite got the damage himself to take him down. Funnick, in with the charge. Hookshot for Snake King over towards Noob underneath the tower. Noob goes down. DNZ tries to help him with the coverage of the Static Storm, but won't be able to do so. Jump forward for 9. Skeeter as well into the base. Takes out DNZ before he's glimpsed back. There's just continued death here for Coolguys. Tundra, everybody staying alive. Things very much back in control here for Tundra. As Coolguys, they've got to try and slow it down somehow. They're not quite finding the way to in the last few minutes. As Tundra, they're taking 2 fights now at the back of an Aegis that hasn't even been close to being threatened by Coolguys. 9 still in very healthy shape.
I feel like every hook shot from Snake King has not just been like decent or effective. They've been like exceptional. He's hitting 2 heroes. He's, you know, clutch hitting Invoker right before his BKB ends, like resulting in that kill under the tier 2. Like, these are not easy hook shots to hit, and they're really important ones to hit if you can. Even that one mid was super clutch, which could have turned the fight if it wasn't for Omar's amazing Force Staff usage on the Invoker. But yeah, Snake King's performance on Clockwork, it's like every good fight has been set up by him. He's kind of the Funnock of this team, maybe barring the tier 2 tower dives, or feeds, I should say. Snake King actually was in the tier 2 tower there, but, you know, got a kill, so. Super nice play from him so far, though. I mean, this is one of his classic heroes, Snake King Clockwork. Orchid on...
I was going to say, yeah, do you like this pickup? Orchid into the Bloodthorn being aimed for by Skeeter now.
Yeah, it gives you the damage to burst people. I think both of these supports are unlikely to build anything to take off the Orchid. So, yeah, it's definitely a solid Orchid game. You see this quite frequently these days, actually, the Bloodthorn Wraith King. Just a good damage item on him. I mean, he doesn't really build that many attack speed items. Like, the other option would be Assault Cuirass, but maybe 33 is gonna eventually pick that up. Or maybe he just feels like he doesn't need the armor and he'd rather just like the damage of the Bloodthorn, because Bloodthorn definitely gives you more damage.
I see mid noob. Trying for the solo kill onto Fada. Won't be able to do it himself. Funnock has to clean up though. Quick charge across the 3 of them to take him down. 9. Oh, he's going to find the angle. Snake King once again.
Dude, he's just in sentry range. Oh my god. Yeah, that was really rough, because the dust wore off because of Bulldoze being a bullshit ability. But yeah,
well, nice Skeeter. And he can find these solo kills very easy now.
Not so easy to kill Snake King here. He has Yules.
He's got backup on his way as well, Snake King. As there it is, 9 jumps in. They'll lose Snake King. Tundra, they'll take out both Omar and Noob for this, and they'll even look to start threatening Thug as well. Skeeter. See what he can do. There's still a Manta available for Thug, and he is pretty tanky.
Yeah, I think eventually he'll go down. It might take a while.
Silence is back up, saved for after the Manta's pops without that increase in damage. BKB will come out from Thug. He steps up to the high ground, but is the BKB even enough to save him? Tundra trying to get that last bit of physical damage in. They're diving. I mean, it's Tundra. They're not going to hold back. Skeeter's in with the BKB, chasing Thug into the trees. Thug will die.
Oh, that Force Staff range, dude. DNZ. If that was the old patch, he would get the Force Staff off there. Instead, has to use it on himself.
I mean, playing around near the fountain now. Funnock.
Dude, Skeeter's going to be careful, I feel like.
It's taking heavy tower hits.
They have Glimpse. He's a little far, though.
33 could be in trouble. He's caught underneath the tower. Yeah, nobody's helping him out. He's going to be left behind it.
No. Okay.
I mean, if he got away with that would have been quite something.
Yeah.
He won't get away with that. But classic Tundra style. They're diving in, finding themselves rather deep in the enemy base.
Yeah.
Somebody dies, but it's worth it at the end of the day. They charge in, they kill off Thug as the Medusa's game gets slowed down once more, and Skeeter gets out.
You can see the strength of the Medusa, though, against Wraith King as a carry. He just doesn't offer any type of damage that's good at killing her.
Well, good read of the map there from Coolguys. Well, potentially find them a pick-off, unless Snake King and 9 can help turn this around. No, they're bailing. They'll let Fada be. They don't want to have anything to do with this, as Fada's definitely going to make them work for it. Another charge of the Spirit Vessel coming in. Should finish him as Fada. Will he tick down? He will. They've lost DNZ in return for it. Noob still setting up with the Ghost Walk. Maybe thinking of going back in with Funnock. Funnock has got the ult ready. But no, he's not going to get the chance to. They've got vision on him. They catch Noob. Snaking once again. Even no chance for retreat.
Yeah, that's probably the best hero to get with the hook shot, to be honest, is Noob on Invoker. Like, if he can get multiple rounds of spells off on Invoker, it's really impactful in this game. The supports on Coolguys are just kind of going to fold to Queen of Pain and Wraith King, so I don't think you need to hook shot them. So, like, every fight, he's just hooking Noob on Invoker, and it's so annoying, but it's much easier said than done. Like, he's just making it look easy. But he's finding the angles.
Level 25 on Skeeter. Going for that overwhelming blink next.
Still, you know, Thug is looking very hard to kill.
He is.
Even with an overwhelming blink, even with the Bloodthorn, I think that Wraith King will still struggle. Now, the problem is, I feel like Thug's entire team will indeed die to Skeeter anyway, and then he will slowly die.
Skeeter looks towards Thug. Coolguys, they're going to turn back towards him, but they know that he's not alone, and with that BKB and reincarnation available, they're not looking to take any fights that they don't need to right now. If anything, just sitting back, getting Thug to at least having some sort of crit or damage item before they really try to fight aggressively with the Medusa in that sort of blind area of the map. And they will head up to the triangle top half. And just smoke up Thug. Let's see if they want to get involved. No, Thug's just going to continue farming mid. He doesn't want to be a part of this right now. He's not ready. DNZ and Funnick will try and set up some more vision on the area. And it is going to cost at least one of their lives. DNZ will die for this as Tundra continue to show that it's not safe for Coolguys to get out on the map.
Yeah, now Skeeter's level 25, so he's got the -2 seconds off Immortal Strike, 2-second cooldown on a 270% crit. I mean, that is insane damage. You don't like having to press BKB to TP out, but they do need to get out on the map somehow. So I like that Coolguys at least is like trying to farm creep wave somewhere, you know, as opposed to just sitting in their base. That's never going to work.
I mean, how difficult is it for Tundra to go high ground, even though they have the lead that they have against Coolguys?
It's definitely hard. Medusa is arguably the most annoying carry to go high ground against, because she just sits atop the high ground like a turret and just shoots you. And eventually you're going to die to her. If you try to dive her, she presses Stone Gaze. So with an Aegis, you look to like pressure high ground, but then set up to fight, I think. Like, you're looking for the right opportunity to dive. If you can see one of the supports, you can hook shot in or blink in with Wraith King and get a kill. He's got Reincarnation as well as the Aghanim Shard, so he doesn't feel like he needs to take the Aegis, give it to his Queen of Pain, so they've got essentially 2 Aegises now. Although I have seen teams give it to the Wraith King, even though it's weird with the ult, just because he's the one that's going to be sieging. But like I said, I do think they're planning on probably diving, just because it's too hard to siege otherwise. And so Queen of Pain, obviously amazing diving hero with Blink, so give her that extra life to work with. I mean, if they can get a pick off outside of base like this, that's one way to siege. He was
he went for it snaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it covered 2 of the 3 areas, but not the one that Funnick was in.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been really sick if it had worked out. That's for sure. Funnick is doing some...
what's the plan here?
He's peeping, but I don't know if... I don't know how much else he's going to be doing here. Okay.
I mean, he can't solo fighter, can he?
I don't think so. I mean, he's just going to get Yulesed, right?
Yeah.
His Bulldoze is going to be purged.
Someone's going to TP in and suddenly he's not going to be too happy.
Maybe...
Oh, DNC. Oh. Well, he's dead.
Too good. Yeah, he was just desperately trying to put some wards up, which is fair. All right, Funnick is just farming. He's, you know, like I said, I'm glad that Coolguys at least is trying to get out on the map, because I feel like if you just sit in base, you're guaranteed to lose. It's just going to be slow and painful. So why not, get out, get some farm, risk getting picked off, but you're farming. You still have some potential to win. because you can actually get items if you're farming. Turn the game on an item timing.
Let's see what they have to answer this.
And there's the counter. Okay.
Oh, Skeeter, he's in. He's going straight for it. Jumps in onto Omar. Omar forced out to the side. He's going to tick out, though, to the damage at the end of the Bloodthorn. They'll now be down a member for this defense. And Thug going to take the full brunt of this attack from Tundra. Charge over onto the Wraith King. They'll take Skeeter out the once. Varda's heading in with the Ghost. Already Funix out to the side with the Shadow Blade. Thug pots the BKB in the Stone Gaze, but Tundra easily kites it out. Charge forward from Funix over towards Varda, but the Yules is there. Snake King goes straight in with a hook shot. Static Storm stops the chase, but or maybe it doesn't, because Nine and Skeeter, they just jumped straight past it. Funix taken down. Tundra pushing Coolguys back into the fountain as they'll create the space to take this bottom set of racks. And with 2 dead, maybe more. Funix has got a buyback available. DNZ as well, he'll probably need it, and there it comes out for him. Skeeter quickly jumps back into dispatch of his life. Daedalus is done on Thug, but Thug, he's going to need some help here. Tundra setting up once more, 33 in again with that split. As Tundra, they're trying to push on. Nine does jump in pretty aggressively. He's actually going to take some big hits here with his Daedalus now done. Is it enough? It's not. Nine out to the side, he's fine. The buyback from Funix not quite enough to set up for at least taking that Aegis out of Nine's hands. It will push Tundra back for now. Of course, Tundra, they more than got what they came for. They get the bottom racks. They also get a couple of buybacks out of Coolguys, and they don't lose anything themselves.
Oh, man. Okay, that ward placed earlier might actually net them a kill here. This would be a gem. They're going to have to purge the Eon Disc, though. Yeah,
Snake King's around.
There.
Now, Snake King's going to put a stop to this completely. Trapping Funix. Second round of the hook shot. They can't save Funix in time as they've lost him. No buyback on him. Splits back up on 33. He's ready to play aggressively into Thug. Noob and Omar having to head off to the side, but they've got the vision, of course, onto Noob. Thug, he's going to need backup. Gets the BKB off. The Soulbind will lock the two of them down. Thug, has he got the damage to take down 9-9? No, he's out with the blink. He's going to live over to Omar. Noob pushes them back with a deafening blast. Thug stepping over. They've taken the Aegis out of the hands of Nine. But he's back for a second round, and a second life, not something that Thug has himself. As he's out, no buyback. GG is called. Coolguys, they won't be able to do it here either. Even though they give it a bit of a better shot than game one, it's still